Alright y'all, so in this video I want to calculate my calories, macros, and predict my meal timing, okay? So this is going to be pretty much the heart of all the stuff as far as calculations and figuring out exactly what a perfect day would look like for you, okay? So what we're going to do is I've pulled up my other account. Okay, so my real goals are 3,250 calories a day, which is going to be, let's see, so at 3,250 calories a day, that's going to give me 363 grams of carbs, 73 grams of protein, and 286 grams, of fat, and 286 grams of protein. So what I need y'all to understand is that once we know that, it's very simple, okay? So once we enter our macro split and enter our calories like we did on MyFitnessPal already, it gives you your totals. All you need to do is divide that by how many meals you eat on a daily basis. So if you typically eat 5, I think here's what I had. I had 5. All you would do is divide these by 5, okay? Just like this, all right? So 363, go ahead and pull up a calculator. 363 divided by 5, gonna be 73 grams of carbs. Okay, 73, gonna be 15 grams fat, and 286 divided by 5, gonna give me 57 grams of protein per meal. Okay, so now this becomes simple. So all I need to do is make sure that every meal that I have is going to be 73 grams of carb, 15 grams of fat, 57 grams of protein. Okay, so that's how we're going to divide the calories. Calories are unnecessary, just know the macros, okay, the grams. As long as you know 73, 15, 57, or whatever your numbers come down to be. If you eat 2-3 times a day, if you eat 3 times a day, divided by 3. If you eat 4 times a day, divided by 4. If you eat 6, divided by 6. So this is where increasing the meals is going to actually become more helpful, because imagine eating 2,000 calories only eating twice a day. That means each meal is going to need to be 1,000 calories each, okay? So that's going to be very hard to hit, so splitting that up throughout the day is actually going to be more beneficial to you in the long run, just because you can eat smaller portions and actually function, okay? Last thing is going to be meal timing, all right? So this is a big one. What you need to really do is map out your week, okay? Because day in and day out, we know things get crazy, things are inconsistent, and we usually have a little bit different schedule. So what you need to do is create the timeline for your week. So whenever you wake up, so I guess I'll just do mine. So 7 a.m. I wake. By 8 a.m. I'm eating my first meal, so breakfast. Okay. Go in around 9:30. And I'll eat my second meal around 11:30 noon, okay? Meal 2. All right, from there, I'll continue working till about 2:30 to 3, and I'll have my pre-workout, okay? So this is usually a big one. We'll get into that later, but just know this is just meal number 3. Okay, work out. After I work out, finish up around 5:36. That's going to be post-workout. That's meal number 4. Okay, and then down here, usually get home around 8:39, and we'll have dinner. Okay, it's meal 5. And the big thing is that usually go to around 10:30 to 11. What I'll do is, after I enter everything in on MyFitnessPal for that day, whatever I have left, I always eat a snack if I need to fill in the blanks, okay? So I try to fill them all by meal 5, but just know days are crazy. Nothing's set in stone. So always know that you need to just be aware of those last little snacks, okay? So having a few things here or there, maybe knowing a shake or something like that is a go-to if we're short on protein. That's going to be really good. So snack options to fill in those macros, okay? Remember, plus or minus 100 calories, 5 grams on each. All right, so we're here now. So this is going to be my schedule. So simply, if I were to separate all these each into the same exact size, obviously my first one, meal 1, would need to be 73 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, 57 grams of protein. Do know these should never vary. These should be as consistent throughout the day as possible. Okay, 15 grams of fat, 57 grams of protein. Okay, because the way we digest these, 57 protein, 15 fat, 57 protein. Fats and proteins digest at a consistent rate. Okay, so what I mean by that is that if you were to double your protein, that doesn't mean that you'll double your digestion rate. So if I were to miss 2 meals and have to make up 160, 170 grams of protein in one meal, I won't necessarily digest all of that. Okay, so spreading out your fats and your proteins as evenly and consistently throughout the day as possible is going to ensure the best results. Okay, we can certainly manipulate our carbs because those digest at a different rate, but just know our fats and proteins need to stay as consistent and smooth throughout the day as possible. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, but this will give you an idea. Just writing this down will really give you an idea of when you need to eat and when you need to set up your day and structure your day. Today is not the day to make excuses like saying you got a meeting, blah, 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 whatever. I've heard it all. It doesn't matter. You need to figure out if these are your goals, figure out a way to get your calories in at that time, okay? If you need to set a window, an hour window, whether you got a meeting, whatever, figure it out and eat within that 1 hour window, okay? So if you're not going to make any changes, there's not going to be any changes made. So just know that.